I'm Dennis LeGear, and we're here to talk about the brass tacks and hard facts of extending hose lines. On the fire ground, sometimes you're going to find yourself in a situation where you want to extend a hose line. If you pull a 2.5-inch hose line that already has a shutoff on it, this is particularly easy. A lot of times the threads are present. You can bring your bundle up and screw an 1.5 inch female straight to this of your 100-foot bundle of 1 3/4 line. You could have an integrated 1 1/8 tip, such as this. It's not going to offer much restriction to extending with an 1 3/4 bundle. Remember, if you remove the tip or remove the fog tip and you use this to extend, make sure you tie the bail all the way open. It's a point of safety. Sometimes you're going to pull bulk hose that has no nozzle or no easy way to extend the line. You're going to want to come up with a bundle that already has an appliance on it. In the past, often that was a Y. If you choose not to use a Y and make a very simple stretch, you can use different appliances. For example, this 2.5-inch to 1.5 inch reducer already has a swivel present. It's knurled, so you have a way to grab it to make the attachment. This is very much the same appliance, except it's in a bell shape. The nice thing about this is you can carry it on the bundle like you used to carry a Y. You don't have to remove this to make the attachment. The swivel is provided. Other things you might notice is that there's no lugs, so it can easily be dragged around corners. The main advantage of the bell reducer, it does offer a tapered edge. So if you pull your extended line and you move your trunk line a little bit or your leader line, it's more likely to clear objects on the advance. Now let's look at these hydraulically. One's a pancake reducer, one's a bell reducer. Some people might say that this offers less friction loss. At fire ground flows in 1 3/4, if you measure the friction loss in the device, it is very low, less than 5 psi. It is field insignificant. We don't have to worry about that when we're stretching hand lines on the fire ground. Now, let's take a look at these other two reducers. These two reducers don't have the swivel present. Coming up with a bundle with this type of reducer on it is a little bit annoying. You have to unscrew the reducer, screw it on the male end, and then use the female swivel 1 3/4 hose. If that's all you have, that is fine. Where are these more likely to be used appropriately? If you're pre-building a bulk bed, for example, 300 feet of 1 3/4 hose in the rig, followed up by some amount of 2.5-inch hose, 200 feet, 300 feet, so you have a 600-foot stretch potential. 300 feet of 1 3/4, 300 feet of 2.5, it's your bulk bed on the rig. I want to put a swiveled reducer in there. I would use this because it's already in place. It removes the swivel. It's a very strong piece of equipment, and there's no reason to have a swivel because it's pre-connected. Again, the pancake reducer fixed without a swivel has no hydraulic issue. There's no real difference between these two in a bulk bed setup. But there is a difference here. Again, with the tapered bell, it's more easily pulled around corners. So, using these appliances on the table, it's very easy to extend 2.5-inch or 3-inch hose to make a quick attack with 1 3/4. It can either be pre-belt, which I would suggest using the fixed bell reducer on, or it can come up on a pack, which I would suggest using a swiveled bell reducer on. Those are the brass tacks hard facts of extending hose lines 2.5 to 1 3/4.